Hello, my name is Michelle Lacasmo, and I'm doing my oral presentation assignment on the cytoskeleton. So the disorder mutation that I chose to look at is actin accumulation myopathy. So actin accumulation myopathy is a disease that is caused by defect or mutation in actin protein. So it is a disorder that affects skeletal muscles, which are used for movement. The side effects or symptoms of someone with this disorder are muscle weakness and poor muscle tone. It is apparent in infancy. Babies that have it are termed as floppy babies because they're not able to move on their own, and their muscles aren't able to contract in a, I guess, normal way. Breathing is affected because of the muscles being weak, and there's a shortage of O2 and therefore a buildup of CO2. Most do not survive past infancy, and those that do have delayed motor skills. It is also quite rare. So the image here shows a breakdown of the cytoskeleton. Actin is found in the microfilaments, which is this light green piece here. So the accumulation of actin in muscle cells um, is what this disease is, and it acts on a mutation on the ACTA1 gene, which guides alpha actin found in skeletal muscles. Actin allows muscles to stretch and shrink during muscle contraction. Actin works with myosin to do this, and the ACTA gene mutation affects the way the skeletal alpha actin protein binds to ATP, which is what supplies energy to the cells. So dysfunctional actin ATP binding can result um, in thin filament formation, impairing muscle contraction, which leads to muscle weakness. It is also possible to have this disorder without this gene mutation, which the cause is unknown. In most cases is not inherited, but it can be. It's simply a mutation in the gene, and there aren't really any treatments for it. It is fatal. I found some experimental treatments, but they didn't seem reliable enough to put in this presentation. And here kind of image shows a breakdown of like where the actin and myosins are in the muscle going down. Okay, so then looking at COVID-19 in relation to the cytoskeleton and the life cycle. So I found this image, which is super helpful, looking at the different phases of the life cycle and where the cytoskeleton interacts with it, I guess. So in A here is the binding and entry. So binding entry of COVID-19 into the cell, it enters through the ACE2 receptor as it attaches by the spike protein. In B trafficking, microtubules found in the cytoskeleton help guide and deliver the virus through the cell. And you can see this microtubule is listed in green, and you can see it moving along there. Part C is looking at the replication assembly stage of the life cycle of COVID-19. Actin filaments support genome replication and protein synthesis. And then looking at the budding and egress phase, actin polymerization occurs to guide this process. And that is the end of my presentation. Thank you.